while you watch the video that you are just about to see, I am not a professional electrician. This is all just part and parcel of the hobby. I am probably doing so many things wrong that electricians are looking at me and they're face palming going, oh my good God, what the hell is he doing? But it gets me by. So even though it is a tutorial, it may not be the be all and end all way of doing things. Find out what you're comfortable with and then put that and use it when what you're comfortable with. But it does give you a basis to start off with. So without further ado, I'm going to put you now to His Highness, so you'll be able to laugh at his misfortunes and everything else like that, because that's what he does. Yeah. Anyway, speak to you soon. Hey guys, this is RLC's 321 Fantastic Plastic back again with another build update video, but this time it is for the Kazon. Yes, it is. It's for the Kazon. The Kazon Raider. Actually, I'm going to be honest with you. The Kazon Raider. Now, the reason I'm doing this is it's not fully ready to have lights or anything in yet, but somebody did ask if, you know, how to solder and everything like that, and use resistors on the LEDs. So I thought I'll show a quick tutorial, but also do it as part of my Kazon build, because I'm going to need some lights in it, obviously. Yeah. I mean, predominantly this is going to have the LED tape, predominantly, and I'm going to be using 5 volts, which I'm beginning to like more and more 5 volts. And so what I'm doing, I've got a couple of flickering orange LEDs which are going to go into these parts here, which obviously is going to get sandwiched together, and there's going to be something in there so the light will glow and everything like that, but it's going to be flickering. So that's why I wanted to get these. So I thought I'd show you how to do these now, because I'm only using 5 volts of power. I'm going to be just needing 100 ohm LEDs, which should be just fine. Another thing you're going to need if you can get hold of one, look on Amazon, OK Industries, one of these. It's a wire stripper right there, and you can twist wires, a wire twister, and this side actually untwist the wire. So I'm going to show you ways without doing this and with using this, but this is the godsend right here. So I'm going to see if I can focus, zoom in a little bit more, like that. Yes, I figured out how to use my Logitech webcam software and my OBS all in one go. Another thing you're going to need is a fairly decent soldering iron. I did have a really cheap and nasty one, but then I decided to get one of these bad boys right there. Not that. Not that. That's my torch. But one of these. It has an LED thingy on it. It's got a tip cleaner, always dampen down your sponge, and I think I've got it set to 345. I think pretty much anything in this green area is good. If it goes too far over, up to 480, then this thing will cut out on you. So let's put it all the way up to that number 6 one there, which is 380, which should be just about right. The other thing you're going to need is flux. Excuse me. Flux, right there. I got this off of Amazon for about anywhere between £5 to £8, I think I got it for. Gonna need the flux. We're going to need our LEDs, and we're going to need our ribbon, not a ribbon, what's it called? resistors. Let's move things back here, because I just realised that I was still pointing at the oobly flip. Flux. This is the stuff that I got from Amazon that I was just letting you know about. So we've got a LED. So what I used to do before I purchased this lovely little tool is wait for it to focus in. There we go. What I used to do is make sure you got your negative and your minus, and make sure you know exactly where they are. How you can tell, negative leg is always shorter than your positive leg. Okay. So what I used to do, used to get my resistor, and it doesn't really matter which side you put the resistor on, by the way. And I used to just hold a piece like that, and then just wrap the wire around as pretty much tight as you can, and then cut off the excess. So there's a little bit of excess right there that's not needed, and a little bit there as well. Oh, balls. Did I just drop that on the floor? I just dropped that on the floor. Hang on. Oh. Yeah. Where you gone? Oh, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Come on. Show me. You're not going to show me where you went, are you? No. Okay. Fine. Right, we're going to say the carpet monster's got that one for now. We will say the carpet monster's got that, and I'll have to do it again. Right, so anyway, let's do it again. So, wire, not your wire, your doobly flip. Wrap it around. There we go. Trim off excess. Like that. And this is how I used to do it, which you can do, there's no problem with that. So here's our negative leg, there's our positive leg, and something I forgot to do already, so I'm just going to very quickly dip into our flux there. Get that. And I prefer to use solder that's already got flux built in as well. So all you need to do is, I need to get rid of any junk that's on here, get a little bit of flux on here, tin. It's important to tin your tip of your iron, hold it against there, and then there we go, soldered really quickly, really easily. And then I'm going to do the same with the opposite side, because I do have a little bit of flux based on the positive side as well. Come off. There we go. So let's take this off. And there you go, there is our soldered join, ready for wiring. Well, this is ready for wiring, this side isn't yet. But as I say, the other way, the new way, which is using this is absolutely brilliant. Let me get another resistor. Straighten it out. There's two holes at a groove. So you've got a groove running along here, and then you've got a bigger hole just there. And there's a smaller hole just at the top. I don't quite know if you'll be able to see that. No, come on. This way, that way. No. But there's a little hole where that groove is, right at the top there. Okay, what you want to do, you want to put your resistor into that little hole at the top, So then it feeds through to that line that's there. Hold about this much away from the top. Get your negative leg of the LED. Put that into place. I like to put it not right at the edge, but close to the edge. Hold both of those, and then you just twist. That's all you do, just twist. You will feel it when it goes free. And look at that twist right there. That's just lovely. Okay, because then what we can do then, cut off our excess, fold over our resistor part, trim off the excess of the resistor, and then you still got your negative and positive, so you can see roughly what it's like. So again with this, if like this you've already put this together without putting solder on, don't worry, all you need is a toothpick. Yes, all you need is a toothpick. Hello, and all I need is a bloody toothpick. Where's a toothpick? Alright, this will do. We're pretending this is a toothpick, okay? Literally, all you need to do is just get a little bit of solder, plonk it on there, plonk a little bit on the end there, and a little bit on the end here. That's it. That's all we need to do. And let's get hold of this here. Clip that into the helping hands. Focus. Focus. Now focus. Thank you. Right, so we're going to do this side first, where we've done our wire wrapping. Again, let's get a little bit of flux on the tip, a little bit of solder on the tip. Go, hold it against there, and then we should quite easily be able to tin and solder up our bits. There you go. Right, let's have a could be hot. So let's have a look at these again. You can barely see it on the tip of this, but there is solder on that. Yeah, you can just about see the solder on there. We've got solder on there. And if I come over here, come on, there you go. And now you can see the solder on there. And that's pretty much how you solder the resistors on. Really simple and really easy, and it just takes a little bit of practice. There's the two ways. Obviously, once you've got this and you want to add the wire to it, let's go with our, got a bit of black, got a red. Now I do have a black somewhere. There it is. Oh. So we're going to pretend these are, obviously these are negative and positive. Okay, so again, what we can do, this has already got some solder on, so we don't need to do anything with that. What we do need to do though is tin these. So we're going to dip a little bit into our flux, grab another helping hand, solder, iron, tin the tip of the iron, and then add the solder to it like that. Then, now we've got that done, we obviously want to put the solder onto the negative part here, so we'll just need to tin it. Let's put a little bit more flux on there just to be on the safe side, and then that should stop moving. There you go. You can see that it is now soldered. No you can't, because I'm not getting it in the right place. There you go. You can see now that it's soldered together. Let's do our positive wire as well. Positive wire. A little bit of too much flux. Little bit of flux. Tin. As I said, always important to tin. And there we go. Now you may have noticed I actually forgot to tin that wire. I've done that on purpose. It's because you can get away with it for really thin wire as long as it takes it in, but it doesn't take it in as nice, as you can probably see. Where are you? There you go. You know, it's not as nice as if it as this one here, which is a nice solid joint. This is solid, it's not coming off. I'm really pulling that. But there you go, that's our thingies. And just to show you that it does work, I'm going to put my power on, put it down to 5 volts. Negative goes to negative. Now I'm going to have to do it slightly differently because I haven't cut out the... No, well, actually, I'll tell you what, I will show you how this little doohickey works here. You get your wire, push it through the hole at the back so it sticks out. Then you just gently hold it down. You don't need to put a lot of pressure holding it down, and just pull it off, and it cuts your, and it not cuts, strips your wire. It's just a shame it doesn't really work on magnet wire because that's enamel coated. I've tried it. It doesn't really work on it. But there we go. So this is for our power supply. We've got our negative on there, and we are going to get our positive. Now, in theory, if this has worked the way I think it should, we should have a flickering orange LED. It would also help if it would hold into place. There we go. We have a flickering orange LED right there. So it really is as simple as that. Now the only things that get slightly more harder is when you use LED tape. So let's have a look at LED tape. This is my blue LED tape here, and yeah, this can be a little bit harder, but again, the principle is exactly the same. I'm going to get a piece of spare wire that I cut off, get a bit of flux, put it onto these copper pads, and I'll talk about these copper pads in a quick hot second. Right. So these copper pads, you're not going to focus. There we go. These copper pads have the plus and the negative. You have to make sure, if you cut this, see that little line right there, that's where you can cut through it. If you try and cut behind it, your LED won't work. Okay? So always make sure, keep an eye on where you're putting your plus and your minus. Right? So I've got my flux paste onto these bits here, and I know this is your plus and my minus, so I'm going to put that in my jaws of death. Do you like that, jaws of death? Yeah? No? Okay. I won't do that again. Now we are going to get our soldering iron again. I'm going to just put a little bit of flux on there. Again, it's really important to tin. Hold your, what's it called? Flux. Not the flux, solder onto the part, and then bring your LED, your soldering iron with the tin part down, and as you can see, look how quickly that has done. right there. Okay, let's show you. So, and focus. There you go. So as you can see, look how quickly that has done. You can tell you've got a really good bond when you've got a nice silver glow. Okay, it's when it's, oh dear, sorry, I knocked the camera. When it's dull, you haven't got a very good bond. But now we want to add our wires to this. So let's get our flickering LED. Okay, we want to add our wire to that. We do. So what we're going to do, we're going to get some flux on our wires. Now again, I'm going to cheat because I shouldn't need to do too much with this. Because with the flux, it should, I'm saying should, the solder on here should flow nicely along this wire. Steel, tin, get a little bit of tin action going, and put it on, and there you go, there's one. Let's do the second one. There we go. Let's put this. Oh, what's important to do is when you know you're going to be finishing with it, just tin around the edge of your soldering iron, dab some of it off, but keep some of it on there and then switch it off. That way that will protect your tip, your iron tip. Right, so we've done that. Let's have a look, see. Gonna focus, there we go. You can see nice solid joints on there, it's not going anywhere at all. So now in theory, all I need to do is attach my negative to one side here, my positive to the opposite side. There we go. There we go. So we have, where's the camera gone? Let me just move out a bit. There we go. So I've now got my flickering LED connected to my LED ribbon, but the LED ribbon isn't flickering, only this is flickering. Okay, now I think if I change it round, it should still be the same. So I'm going to put my negative up there and the positive up there as well, and it should be exactly the same. Alright, now let's put it down. There we go. So there you go. This is still not flickering, and it's not getting hot either. Still, that's good. So there you go. A very, very quick and brief illustration of how to solder. One of the big things that I have missed out, and I missed that out on purpose, is if I get these, I'm going to hook these back up. So I'm going to put the positive on there and I'm going to put the negative back over here. Right, one of the things you will notice, I haven't put anything to cover the electronics here. Now the problem is, if you don't cover your electronics, I am now going to purposely mix my, this is my positive lead, this is my negative lead. I'm purposely going to mix them over. There, we've just shorted it out. Luckily it goes back on. So you need to make sure you put a covering over here, either electrical tape or use heat shrink and put it over there and cover it. When this is inside the model, just put a layer of hot glue on the side there, because even though these are sticky back, put a layer of hot glue over your joins, and also every now and then put a layer of hot glue, because that will help hold this down into place. But anyway, there you go guys, there's a flickering LED all flickering away nicely. We've got our LED going on here, which we've soldered together. So I just thought I'd give you that very quick, very quick little tutorial there. And another thing as well, you can, if you have multiple wires onto an LED, you've got different LEDs. So let's say you've got, what, 6 LEDs, so you've got 6 wires coming out. Every single LED has to have a resistor, otherwise it'll burn out. But your wires is a different matter. If you've got like 6 LEDs spaced out in different areas, you can then bring all of the negatives together into one area, pull the negatives all in together, so that's just one negative. Then you can get your one negative wire, solder it to those already done. Same with your positive. So you bring all of it together, get them all together, tighten them down, solder it together, get your positive single lead in there. Then you've only got 2 wires coming out of into your base of your model kit to plug into your power. That's obviously if you're not doing any special effects and things like that using Arduinos or any kind of special effect boards. But that's it, and soldering it is exactly the same way. Doesn't matter if you've got 1 wire, 0 wires, 10 wires, doesn't matter. You solder them all exactly the same way. Alright then guys, there you go. That's a very quick tutorial. Somebody did ask, and I thought, you know what, I'll put it on there. And because I'm going to be using these for my Kazon Fighter anyway, Kazon Raider, sorry, not Kazon Fighter, Kazon Raider anyway. So I thought, yeah, why not? I might as well just do a very quick tutorial. So there you go guys, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. You take care of yourselves. Bye bye now.